And I think sometimes you can forget that you could be your own bully in some ways. Like, you are the person that is standing in the way of your success, whether it's professionally or personally. And honestly, that was the case for me. I was having a great professional streak, but personally, I was really immature. And so I had to balance them out. Finally, I had enough, and I said, hey, you need to speak up for yourself. If you're not happy with something, you change it. You know, change it, make yourself better every single day. So I went to a lot of therapy, and I guess I put it in the way of, like, you're gonna hear me roar.
Think big, because then you're gonna get big. Then you're gonna go and achieve big things. That is the most important thing. You know, we don't achieve big things by accident. So shoot for the top, shoot for the sky, shoot for the, for the stars.
The champion's mindset, I think a lot of people hear the word champion, they think of a famous sports star. You might think of, in the US, you might think of Michael Jordan or LeBron James going and dunking on somebody. But we think of it differently. We think of it as, well, when you get on the field, put everything you have into it. Put every ounce of energy you have on the field. Leave nothing on the field. And two, when you get knocked down, because if you're an entrepreneur, inevitably you will be. When you see hard times and you get knocked down, get back up. And if you keep putting everything you got into it and you keep getting back up when you get knocked down, it's almost impossible to fail.
You gotta get rid of those haters in your mind.
Right, it's all in your mind. It starts
it's
there.
Totally it. And then the judgments that you hear and you accept, you start putting that on other people.
Totally.
So
true.
when a hater tells you, oh man, you can't do that, that's because he's hearing that in his head.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or you can't lose all that weight. That's because he hasn't lost weight.
And he doesn't want to. He's afraid of the work that it will take for them to do it.
It's
totally.
all fear. It's all it's a wild mix. And I just when I'm talking about that, it's like in your own brain. There are times when I do something so idiotic in front of a group of people just so I can get used to getting away from, like fitting in or whatever. I'll do some stupid stuff. I'll just say something dumb, deflect the chin, and it's like, who cares?
Right.
Who cares?
Totally.
I mean, if I wear something dumb, who cares? I walk around with a wig on, who cares? It's not, you can't judge me. I have no shame. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
Exactly.
And that is where I started to go, like, now I can go and be free.
Because there's nothing holding you back. It's just
Nothing holding you back.
You need the courage to risk failure. You need the courage to endure constant setbacks and disappointments and temporary defeats. You need to learn to deal with failure by realizing that failure is an indispensable prerequisite for success. You can't succeed without failing, and failing lots of times. Remember that wonderful quote from Thomas J. Watson Sr., the founder of IBM? He said, if you want to be successful faster, you must double your rate of failure.
You gotta get to the place where you can hit the wall. You have to get to a place where you become comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm gonna show you again. Oh, I gotta show you again. I gotta show you again. You gotta squeeze it. You gotta squeeze it. My aunt said, put the contraption on and squeeze it, boy. Why? Because I need you to get every single thing you can get out of it. And I discovered that when I cut that thing open, the way my aunt does it, it's little or no toothpaste left. But when I did it the way we used to do it, it's a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm leaving you saying this. It's a lot of y'all, if you keep going the rate you going right now, when you die, you're gonna have a whole bunch left. You're gonna die with a whole lot of ideas left. You're gonna die with a whole lot of energy left. Man, when I'm running, there are times when I run and I get to the end of my run, I know I ain't done nothing. Why? Because when I finish, I got too much energy left. I got too much strength left. I'm still breathing normally. I know I hadn't put my all into it. I'm asking you to know what your limits are, all right? Because you got to be able to measure where you are, because you can't get to where you're going if you don't know where you are. You have to be able to measure where you are. But once you measure it, we got to hit that wall. Once we measure it, we gotta start squeezing so we can get more out of it. And then once we hit that wall, we don't quit, we don't give up. We push a switch called will, and we start using our willpower. We go into will. Yes, we tired. Yes, we're hungry. Yes, the mind is saying give up. Yes, it's saying quit. But we cannot quit because we realize we have not reached the goal yet. This is not the goal. This is not what I dreamed about. This is not what I said I was gonna do. This is what I talked about. This is not what it looks like. I gotta squeeze. And then once we get past that place, once we get past that 30 minutes, or that 35, or that 40, or that 45, or that 50, and once we get into that hour with our will, we become comfortable with being uncomfortable. We no longer thrive to be in the comfort zone. We no longer place ourselves in positions that make us feel good. We no longer put ourselves in positions that make us comfortable, that gives us that warm, fuzzy feeling. Because listen here, boo, some of what you want, some of what you trying to get ain't in the comfort zone. And so if what you want is not in the comfort zone, you got to come out of the comfort zone to get what you want.